Hi everyone. In future, I believe questioning skills will be one of the most important parameters that they will look at in teacher interviews. Today, questioning barely appears anywhere on the teacher's skills horizon, which is a pity. We are talking about several skills, but we are not talking about questioning. We have neglected questioning and now we need it more than ever before. Why is that? We need questioning skills for a variety of 21st century skills like critical thinking. You can't do critical thinking without actually asking the right questions, isn't it? You cannot problem solve without actually challenging the status quo that is sitting around you and saying, how can we change this? How can we improve this? You just can't do it. You will also find that the skill is not formally taught in the B.Ed colleges or in professional training colleges. You do not teach the skill of questioning. There used to be a paper, a question paper for explanations some years back, but there was no question paper for questioning. Because we believe that we take questions for granted. It's something that you ask in an exam. And because questions in textbooks and comprehension and examinations have been extremely surface and low order thinking, questioning as a skill has never bothered us. But now it will, because the selection of people to teach the future generations is going to be dependent upon questioning. And that is why I have decided to do a questioning workshop for you. Because teachers need to have some background information on what are the types of questions. For example, there are several types. There are several ways of asking questions. There are critical thinking questions, inquiry-based questions, there are open and closed-ended questions. There are very many different ways of asking questions that our teachers are not aware of. And I think that is a huge lack. So, we need to educate teachers. Questions are constantly asked not only in the classroom to find out whether children know, how much they know, what we need to teach more of, formative assessments of how children are doing, but also in evaluation and summative assessments at the end of the year, where we ask key questions to find out how much proficiency and mastery the students have on the subject. Again, these questions need to be of a very high quality. If they are not, there will be no difference between the questions that we asked in the first term and the questions that we are asking in the final term. Therefore, questioning. Thinking, probing, challenging, researching, discussions, debates, reflecting, consensus. These are the big skills sitting in our classrooms in the 21st century. These are the future skills that are going to be evaluated by people for jobs. If you consider that there is on the horizon artificial intelligence hovering around where people are telling you that it will take away your jobs, you are looking at teachers who will be eliminated because they are poor thinkers. Therefore, questioning. At the subject level, what kind of questions are you going to ask for critical thinking? So, this is a workshop for all subjects, not just English. How will you do in, what will you do in history? What will you do in mathematics or in science? What sort of questions are you going to ask? If you integrate two subjects, how are you going to ask a question that will cover both? These are some of the big key issues of intelligent questioning, because it saves time, it saves teacher effort, it allows students to become autonomous, and it's good news. Therefore, questioning. We give away a year's supply of wonderful questions. We always do in our workshops. The workshop is on 14th June 2025 from 3 to 5:30 p.m. So you get 2.5 hours of enriching information and practice and examples on questioning, and you take away a huge load of supply for questioning for the coming year. You will also get a participation certificate from Mindsprings, which is worth its weight in gold, because we have very serious workshop people. And you will be put in a WhatsApp group that will allow you to have a community and ask me questions and doubts through the year. So it's all very good. It doesn't end in 2.5 hours. Any doubts that you have, there's a number flashing that you might want to call and find out more. So do register as early as possible. If you're a school, come as a group and we will give you a special discount. So on the 14th, I'll meet you and we are going to have a great time questioning. Thank you.